I'm just gonna wait like a good like 30 seconds or so for the stream to pop up, and I can start making my point. I would like to say that I did just watch this video he made, which is like an update video, but um, I I don't like the tone of the video, and I don't really like the message he's promoting, and I just don't really like his argument he was making in the video. So this is August the Duck. He's a commentary YouTuber, kind of like fucking Leafy was back in like Leafy's height. Um, he makes these like sort of commentary videos, kind of like Jarvis or Leafy used to, or any of those fuckers. And he makes a lot of these cooking videos, and it's like some of them, like this one, it's like, oh, these are obvious like TikTok trolley videos, and they're fucking disgusting. But a lot of his like cooking videos are like Jack Scalfani from Cooking with Jack, or like Kay's cooking, and that's like a lot of his videos. Like, I don't know, I feel like making a bunch of videos about fucking Kay or Jack or that vegan teacher is kind of gross. Let me explain. So this is his playlist, and it shows 17 videos. That's missing like over half of the videos. This is like the real playlist. We have 36 videos, about 35 of which, well, I guess this one is, for whatever reason, just like all of these combined, I think, before that. So let's say 34. He's made like 34 real videos about Jack, each about 10 minutes long. And I just think it's very lazy and like kind of just bullying. Like if we remember back when like Leafy came back to YouTube in 2022, or not 2022, 2020, apologies. The reason everyone spouted for why he got banned is because he made 10 videos on Pokemon. But like this is like 34, and like the type of these videos, like some of the criticism is like really good, and we'll get to those when we get there, but some of it's just really piss poor and lazy, and it just doesn't come off well. And in his most recent video, he's like, oh, Jack isn't doing so well, Jack is like obviously sick or something, Jack just had a stroke, I'm not going to make videos on him for now until he's better, healthier, and whatnot. And it's like, oh, so it just looks like it just comes off as better for you to not make videos on him when he's obviously sick and dying. But if he gets healthy again and lose weight, and then you can milk the fucking cash cow. It comes off as disingenuous and just kind of gross. One second. Um, Sorry, I just had to answer a text. Yeah, it just comes as disingenuous, and it's just like, because he literally says, "Oh, and the comments I got on this video, it just really came off like people just didn't like it because it just came off as bullying, and that's not how I want to be seen. So I'm gonna take a break for now and moral grandstand." And a lot of his videos post stroke are just kind of like concern trolling, just like, Jack, you shouldn't be eating that. That's not what you should be eating after you just had a stroke. That's not healthy. You shouldn't do that. I did the calculations for the entire pot, and that would kill you, Jack. And it's like, wow, like this it just gives me like similar vibes to like the Eugenia Cooley shit. But anyways, let's start watching these. One second. Let me I'm gonna make a Google Doc. I just want to make a Google Doc of, because he just makes the same arguments over and over again. I just want a Google Doc of his arguments. Like how many times he makes a good argument, how many times, and like how many he makes ones where it's like, oh, I wouldn't use that condiment choice. Okay. Let me just get it so I have chat. Everything looked good. All right, let's watch this video. I think like another issue I have with this is that like it's just Jack is a cash cow because like you know like Critical and shit people like did videos on him, but like Critical's videos were all like multiple fucking recipes. Oh my god, yeah, like all these videos it's like a minute of intro, and then you have like 30 seconds or so of outro. But like when you're each video is one Cooking with Jack video, you can really see a lot of the time it's just him stretching it. But let's continue. Yeah, and like each of these has like 30, like 20, 30 seconds of just Jack's video with no commentary.
I feel like most people are pretty well in tune with what they're good at and what they're bad at, but obviously, not everybody is this way. If they were, this video would not be possible. Now, cooking is one of those things that I think a lot of people misjudge their abilities, because it seems like the worst cooks always think they're the best. And the YouTuber Cooking with Jack show is a perfect example of this phenomenon. Now, Jack has been on YouTube for a very long time. He's been making videos for nearly 15.
Oh, and before we like get too far into this, um, should I try? Should I series Jack? This is the Should I series guy. He stopped making videos, but he did a lot of videos on Cooking Up with Jack. And I don't know. I feel like criticism from someone who actually like fucking like when you actually make the food and then you like talk about it, I feel like it gives you so much more credence to your argument than just going, I don't really think this looks good, but whatever. I'll tell you what I mean when we get there.
Years now. He started uploading not too long after YouTube was created, and you would think with all that time to practice and refine his craft, he would eventually, learn how to cook. But as I'm sure you figured out by the title of this video, that is not the case. Now, Jack has had a lot of videos go viral just because how bad they were, but majority of them are over a decade old at this point. So let's see if Jack has gotten any better, or if he's just permanently stuck in his old ways. Okay, so we're going to be watching this like two-part series where he compares wet versus dry brines for chicken. And if you happen to be eating right now, I would recommend you stop before we go on.
I'm not following a recipe. I just pulled out a bunch of ingredients that I want to put in my buttermilk.
So far, so good. Like he explains his like why he's doing this. I think his first couple videos are fine. We're probably gonna get to the bad parts when we start watching like later videos, but but we'll see.
I'm doing this literally just out of the top of my head there. Not following anybody. Okay. I don't need, it's a pretty thick buttermilk. I don't think I'm going to need two of these. I think I just need one of these. So.
Okay, so I did a little research, and most recipes recommend 1 quart of buttermilk for a whole chicken, and he was thinking he was going to need an extra half gallon. Yeah, we're already not off to a great start here.
We're going to see.
I don't know. Depends on how much chicken you're marinating. I feel like if anything, he's just wasting buttermilk. But like, I don't know. This is an okay argument. Like, I think if you're doing like a whole ass fucking chicken, maybe you'll need like half a gallon. But like if you're just doing like a couple chicken tenders or some fried chicken, you might not. It really depends. It really depends on what you're doing entirely.
Season this buttermilk. So I got a whole container of buttermilk. All right, and I'll get you the recipe down below once we're done deciding what we're putting in here. All right, we're gonna do pepper.
Okay.
And you can go heavy because it's going to be a brine, so it's not going to be whatever sticks to the bird sticks to the bird. Whatever doesn't doesn't. All right, so there's the pepper.
I kind of like these jars. They're kind of cute. So far, it's so good. We've gotten through. We've been going for quite a while without any commentary. I kind of just feel wrong sitting here watching this.
So
Okay. Yeah, you need salt.
here's the oregano.
Okay. Nothing wrong here.
Wait for the measurements that he provides for this recipe. Three.
I mean, a lot of cooking is like eyeballing it. Like, if I'm making a new recipe, I'll like go with the measurements, but like if I'm making something I've made like a million times, I'll just eyeball it, you know? And I feel like seasoning like this, you season to taste.
3 shakes of pepper, 4 dumping motions of salt. Seeing the ABCs while you're dumping the oregano in, and once you get to F, you can stop.
Put some herbs in here too.
I don't know, that doesn't look like that much oregano. I'd say maybe like a couple teaspoons.
Oh, that smells good already. I'm hungry. I just had my 10 a.m. shake. It's the morning time right now that I'm filming. This is basil.
Okay. Maybe a couple tablespoons of basil. Okay.
Okay. Now this is a seasoning we picked up at Sam's Club, and it is a cilantro lime seasoning.
What flavor is he going for here exactly? I mean, I can see.
Okay, this is a good argument. I feel like cilantro lime with all these might conflict. I would also recommend checking the seasoning you're using if you're ever like combining straight herbs and seasonings and then like a mix like this to make sure you're not like double dipping because you might like overpower the dish. That's like the only thing I'd say.
Some cilantro lime on like some chicken wings, but like on a creamy buttermilk chicken, I have a feeling that might clash a little bit.
I don't know. I feel like if he just did the buttermilk and then put a bunch of this seasoning in, it could be pretty good. It's just like, cause like the buttermilk just really makes it like juicy, and I feel like a juicy cilantro lime could be good.
You can go to Sam's and look for it. But
I just feel like with the basil and the oregano, the cilantro lime might not go good. It might just clash.
we need this. Not sure why. So we will put cilantro lime seasoning in here. There we go. Put a lot. The heavier the better. Okay, and this is exactly what it looks like. Red pepper flakes.
And red pepper.
Love the heat.
This just seems really busy. I don't know. I would
There we go. Got my chicken out of the wrapper. It's
like if someone had this at like a potluck or like a meal or something, I'd try some. I feel like it could be good. I just feel like that's a lot of different seasonings.
room temperature.
Just look at the size difference between these 2 ingredients. You could bathe an entire family of chickens with this brine.
Now it's time to see how much of this we can get in there. We're gonna fill the bowl up with this buttermilk. Make sure the chicken's all covered.
Mmm, looks yummy, huh?
I mean, This is what a buttermilk brine looks like. Like, I don't. And it looks like he did have the right amount of, like, brine. Because, like, a whole chicken like this has more surfaced area and, like, stuff's gonna get into the cavity and stuff.
This is not even a brine at this point. This is a milk soup with chicken garnish. This is
What the fuck does that mean, August?
gotta be some sort of crime.
Ooh. Crime joke. 1.
You're gonna flip this chicken halfway through your brining, so it's marinated all night long.
Why would you flip it? I guess to make sure that there's no air pockets. That would be my guess.
Just want to be honest with you. Not sure how this is gonna work out.
I feel like that's a pretty long time to brine something, but I feel like that's a good way to get the flavors to soak in. Normally when I brine like chicken, if I'm doing like chicken tenders or something, I'd brine it for like a couple hours. So maybe, I don't know, I feel like this would be good.
My long sleeve gotta pull it up a little bit.
That doesn't even look edible. It looks like an obstacle.
That doesn't look like food slash isn't edible joke. 1. Like what? It looks like chicken that's been brined. Like that's what it looks like, August.
In a video game where if you jumped in it, you'd instantly die.
Make sure I don't get it dirty. Grab this chicken. What is this?
If this ever happens to you, this is a very good sign to not eat what that person is making. If they start pulling stuff out of their cauldron of chicken and goop and are asking themselves, what is this, after they prepared it, do not eat that.
I don't know. I think it's either the neck or like a wing fell off.
The neck?
Yeah, he probably just forgot to remove the neck.
I don't know. Let's put that right there and cook it. See what happens. Alright. So let's
Oh yeah.
let that all drip off. There.
I don't know. Most of the time when I use buttermilk, it's for like frying, but you can't really fry like a whole bird.
Place it on here. There we go. Okay, we're gonna roast this. So it's got a little bit of golden brown around it.
Okay, Jack, this does need to cook for a bit longer.
Got a nice crisp exterior.
Jack, that is not what I would call crisp. I would call that
Like, that's golden brown, that's golden brown. The rest of this is fucking pale. This needs like 10 more minutes in the oven, at least.
barely touched by the flame. Looks damn near raw.
Feels moist.
I wouldn't go that far. Ugh. Looks raw. 1.
Feels good. We're gonna give this try in a minute.
I would use a meat thermometer, Jack. I would use a meat thermometer. Don't just be like, oh, it looks good. Especially with chicken.
Let it cool, let it rest.
Letting it rest is good. It'll let it finish cooking, but like, I would use a meat thermometer now.
Remember to always let your meat rest, okay? This did a great job. You look at this other side.
Okay, that side is more golden brown, but I still would have given this at least 5-10 minutes more in the oven.
There you go. Let me just cut off a piece and I'll give it a taste. There we go. Nice.
Oh, this is post-stroke.
We're gonna try it out. See how the
Okay, let's zoom in there. Yeah, that's a bit pink. This needed another 5 or 10 minutes.
Jack, hold on now, Jack. We can talk about this. Please do not eat that chicken. That chicken is not even halfway cooked. That is.
I wouldn't say that far. But I know, oh, I'm exaggerating for humor, but like this just needed like another 5-10 minutes in the oven.
It's raw chicken you're about to eat, Jack.
Flavor is, see if it took. Then we're gonna compare the flavor to the dry rub, and I'm using dry rub of the powdered buttermilk, and we're gonna dry rub it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's a little
Jack,
pink.
come on now. You have glasses on. You have to have some sort of working eyesight. That chicken is literally fucking hot pink. It's like a highlighter. Why are you eating this?
Okay.
Yeah, like when shit's like pink like that, and I guess brings it out, I don't have an issue. I just feel like you could cut out so much of this fucking filler and just make one fucking video, dude.
It's interesting. There's kind of a creaminess to it.
Yeah, those are the salmonella colonies you're tasting, Jack. Nice and creamy. Yes, they have now invaded your body.
I don't know how to explain. Kind of a sweetness from the buttermilk.
I kind of want to try doing this, like roasting a whole chicken and soaking it in buttermilk for a night. I'd probably use some like Cajun two-step.
Inside the chicken, so it did penetrate. It did well. I can taste the herbs. It almost tastes like a Thanksgiving turkey. Let's compare this.
That sounds like a good flavor. Like I just feel like someone needs to, like if Jack just like seasons the meat and then someone else cooks it and uses a meat thermometer, I feel like it would be just fine.
On how this compared to the dry. I expect the dry one to do better. I don't know why. I may be wrong. This may be a stupid experiment, but we're gonna do it anyway, right? All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next episode.
I kind of like dry brines because the salt sucks in the moisture into the meat, and I feel like it does a good job and it like makes it tender. But we'll see what.
Take care.
Alright, so let's see how the dry rub compares to this monstrosity. It doesn't have much to beat, so it has that going for it. I'm gonna skip the beginning and the preparation because it really
Oh, so you can skip it here, but you can't skip like all this shit.
is all the same. The only difference is that he uses buttermilk powder.
It's been in it for days. So what we want to do is get the excess off.
So he specified in a comment that it's set in his fridge for 4 days, which is like double how long raw chicken is supposed to stay in a fridge. So we're
Can chicken be refrigerated raw? Yeah, he's not wrong. I've seen Guga do it for longer. If, but this is kind of iffy. I would, yeah, like that's not
already off to a
good.
great start.
You're figuring your normal oven at 350 it'd be between 50 and an hour, 50 minutes to an hour. All you do is measure the.
How long to roast whole chicken at 350? I'm seeing, yeah, like an hour and a half. What did he say?
Off to a great start.
You're figuring your normal oven at 350 it'd be between 50 and an hour, 50 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, Jack, that is, you were like half an hour behind on that.
All you do is measure the thigh meat. Just put your little thermometer in there. If it's around, it has to be at least 165. Some people like it up as high as 185, but just thermometer your meat.
So, Jack, you have a meat thermometer. Why don't you use it? You know how to do this.
I like to take chicken breast meat up to 170.
Jack, based off your last video, I have a hard time believing you even own a meat thermometer. If you do, you most certainly did not use it on that last chicken, because I'm guessing that thing would have measured around 60 degrees.
Tammy and I are relaxing, and we're in our recliners. The timer goes off on Google, says, "Up, your timer's up." So like 5 minutes later, I'm like, "Hey, didn't our timer just go off? We need to go check the chicken." And we probably went about a minute longer than we wanted to.
You know, Jack, I think that might just be a blessing in disguise for you, because one more chicken like the last one you had, and it might just be your last.
I had in my head I was gonna come in here and go, "Oh, it's good, and it's a little bit better than the wet one." Guys, listen to me. Stop what you're doing. A dry brine is 100 times better. In this case, I don't know about other brines, but
I think the dry brine is better in this case because the chicken is actually kind of cooked this time. Maybe that's just me though. Well, that's a
I don't know. I feel like dry brines are better. Let's see the next one.
Whole entire 2 pounds.
Jack didn't even make this one. This is his
The
friend.
whole entire.
This is his friend. Okay, should I series? Cooking with Jack. That's not what I want. Should I series
Hello, everyone.
playlists? Jack Scalfani.
Hello.
Yeah, the Lazy Man enchiladas.
I can taste the meat. I can definitely taste the cheese. Only a little bit of spice from the mild salsa in that. You don't really taste that too much. You taste mostly the cheese though, and you don't really get much from the nachos. I think they're just all kind of like soggy now. Yeah, really. I'll try and dig inside a little bit. See if I can't get anything besides cheese. No, not really. I mean, you can get into the stuff, you can taste the meat, but you mostly taste cheese and a little bit of the sauce. It's actually really good though. Honestly, for football, this would be perfect, especially if you don't want your guests using the bathroom at all. If you put 3 pounds of cheese in here, it'd be great. And it's just got a little bit of spice kick to it. I actually like this.
Okay, so now that we've seen someone actually make it and eat it, now we can go back here. Because when I see this, I think of burrito pie, which I make a lot. Instead of using tortillas, you use tortilla chips in the Lazy Man enchiladas. I don't really see an issue.
mozzarella will be shredded. I'm doing a double batch. Sorry. Double ricotta. There we go. Come on. The first thing you do is I saved a little bit of cheese.
The Cooking with Jack show.
Is this one where he actually covers 2 videos? Wow.
A YouTube channel that claims approximately 6 lives per year, whether that be from people getting salmonella poisoning.
Oh, the
from
audio's
following these
so
recipes,
bad
or
in
just
this.
their heart stopping out of pure shock from watching these videos. The Cooking with Jack show is quite the experience. And the last time we looked at this channel, I thought that we had found the worst of the worst. But boy oh boy, I was wrong. And while the chicken we watched Jack cook last time could have easily wiped out a country, today's dishes are even worse. Allow me to introduce you to the Lazy Man series, a series where Jack disgraces every traditional recipe that this world has ever seen. He takes
Oh, wow, it's a recipe to make easier. Oh.
perfectly fine and usually very easy recipes to make to begin with, and tries to dumb them down as much as possible, to where most of the quote cooking is just dumping a store-bought bag of already processed food into a pot and hoping for the best. It's bad, and we're going to be starting off the day with Lazy Man's lasagna. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Tonight, we're going to do something special. My son's classroom is doing, tomorrow they're going to be doing a international day. So everybody has to cook a dish from their heritage and bring it to school tomorrow. So I figured, hey, why not? I wanted to do a video on how to make a Lazy Man's lasagna, and I'm going to be making that for his class. So the two came together.
I mean, lasagna's not super hard, but using the, I think, penne noodles he uses in this is definitely easier because you don't have to layer it. I just wouldn't call this a lasagna because it doesn't have lasagna noodles.
And we're making the video right now.
Wow, that actually manages to make the video worse. Because once you guys see what his son had to take to school to represent Italy, my god.
So let's show you how to do Lazy Man's lasagna. And we're going to run through the ingredients, then we're going to, as we always do, we're going to show you how to throw it all together. All right? Let's take a look at the ingredients right now. Okay, here's all the ingredients.
Okay, so you know it's never a good start to a lasagna recipe when lasagna is not even in the ingredients. I mean,
Yeah.
this is literally not even
Oops, 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 oops. I hit the wrong button.
The whole entire 2 pounds?
Fuck. Okay.
The ingredients.
Okay, so you know it's
Yeah, like, this is a good criticism. How can you call it lasagna when there's no lasagna? Like, you can't.
never a good start to a lasagna recipe when lasagna is not even in the ingredients. I mean, this is literally not even considered lasagna. You have to have lasagna noodles to make a lasagna. This is just a pasta dish.
Then you're gonna take your
Yeah, this is just a pasta hot dish. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it being a pasta hot dish, but like, but being lasagna, it's not really lasagna. It's better. It's better than like those fucking air fryer lasagnas I've seen.
that we shredded. You're gonna put that in next. Okay?
That has got to be like 4 or 5 cups of mozzarella cheese. I'm surprised everyone in his son's class who ate this survived it.
I mean, if you're just having like one little piece a piece, because it's International Day, I would assume that means everyone's bringing something in. A lot of pasta's cheesy. Food would slash can kill you joke 1.
Still hot. Burning hot. Throw that in. Whoop. There we go.
This is quite literally just macaroni and cheese. I know.
How are you gonna complain about lasagna, not having lasagna, and then it's like, oh, this is macaroni and cheese, but it's not
Never
macaroni.
thought I'd be getting clickbaited by a cooking channel.
That'll work.
Those aren't macaroni, so it's not macaroni and cheese, and there's a pasta sauce in there.
Alright. And then once again, see okay. Now I'm gonna mix this all in. Once again, you can always add more cheese if needed.
Jack, I'm begging you. Please don't put any more cheese. Even with the 8 pounds of pasta you just added, cheese makes up 50% of this dish.
But let's see where we're at first.
Hyperbole, not really something to get too mad about.
Baking has to be precise. Pasta doesn't. Okay.
He's not wrong.
It's getting all melted.
That looks good. I'd eat it.
Now we're gonna put
Looks a little bland.
once again, I'm doing a double batch. Sorry.
Jack, what are you doing? You know measuring cups exist, right? Those packages reseal. You don't.
I mean, he's doing a double batch, and he's just making it really cheesy. Like, if the thing is 2 cups, and you know it's 2 cups, and your recipe calls for 2 cups, you can just dump the whole thing out. And like with the cheese thing, I make lasagna. My lasagna has like 5 or 6 cheese in it. Like, it's really good. Like, I don't know, when I eat pasta, I don't really try to eat super healthy. I don't really care.
Don't have to use the entire thing for every ingredient that you use.
It's the fun part of cooking. Just gonna scoop that right out there. Since I'm doing a double batch, I'm gonna do double ricotta. There we go. Come on. And this is one of my favorite cheeses.
Yeah, Jack, I can see that. And earlier you said that we might need to add more cheese. This dish is majority cheese. This has got to be like at least 75% cheese by concentration.
Okay, so that's what it looks like. Now let me give you a few more tips before I say goodbye. The first thing you do is I saved a little bit of cheese.
I mean, you want the cheese on top to like brown, you know?
God, Jack.
You do the same thing in lasagna.
Begging you, no more cheese. We can't take it any.
You do this a lot in pasta dishes now, thinking about it. You put more cheese on top. Like, okay. YouTube stale cracker mac and cheese. Every time I hear him complain about fucking mac and cheese, I just think of this stale cracker video.
Good. But I mean, that mixed in real good.
Where's it?
Y'all be looking for it. It's gonna be a test batch, alright? I think it's awesome. Get that like that. Oh yeah, I can smell that fire, dude. It's gonna be Monday.
I've made this recipe, but without the crawfish. It was really good and rich.
Now I know what y'all think. slowly. We're making a mess, but it's all good. We got that Parmesan. Oh yeah, looking good here. Got that American cheese. Too much cheese never happens, dude. A little Gouda and a little cheddar. Add that in there. Oh yeah. Get melting down. Real nice. Now we cut that fire off. Time to add them noodles in there. Nice and slow. Oh, that ain't too slow. Now we done got a real mess going. Oh yeah. Look at that, how good. Come in here, Cook.
Oh, this mac and cheese was so good.
We're gonna fold that in. Look at here. Look at here.
It was so
Making a little
like
nest for them
cheesy
crawfish, dude.
and like rich.
Oh man. Ooh. Now it's time for them beautiful crawfish. We're gonna put them in there like
Okay,
that.
let's skip the crawfish.
Oh yeah, get them in there. Oh, don't find them. I bet they're. Yeah. Oh. Now let's build this fast. Get it all in there. We're gonna do one layer. Boom. Get it nice and mixed. And I'm gonna put a little cheese on. Not more cheese. Well, yeah, we're gonna put more cheese, dude. It's called cheese and mac now. Get that, another layer.
I feel like this would give August a stroke.
Keep layering it till that boat is about to sink. That pirog's about to take launch. Right down the Trenos, dude. Right to the Booskios, bro. And then we're gonna get on that floaton and we're gonna shoot some pool, dude. We're making a mess, but that's what I do. Another layer. Got that Gouda. Nice. I bet y'all saying he didn't use Velveeta. Not in this one. Another layer. Oh. Now we're gonna start on that third layer. Call this 3-layer pie right here. Ooh, look how good that is. Oh yeah, man. Get all of them. No crawfish left behind. Nice and thick. Oh, let's drop it a little bit. Spread that out nicely. Finish it off with that cheese.
This was so good.
Now we're gonna finish that off with a little breadcrumbs, a little butter, a little Parmesan. We'll get that crusted down real nice on there. 30, 40 minutes, 350 in the oven. No peeking. And while we wait, thank you, Cracker Assistant, we hydrate.
What a guy.
Now it's time to pull out that crawfish mac and cheese. Cool, wait. Look at here, dude.
That looks so good.
Let's give that crawfish mac and cheese.
Look how fucking cheesy that shit is. It's so thick and good.
Thank you, Cracker Assistant.
Yeah, so like I don't pasta dishes I feel like aren't supposed to be healthy. So just fuck it. You're already eating a shit ton of carbs. Just fuck it. Eat some cheese. So let's go back to the August video. Sorry, slight detour.
More Jack, we are dying here. This is just cheese. This should be called Lazy Man's cheese.
Okay? Save a little bit of cheese. You can take a little bit of this and just gently.
You just want a crust on top.
I would say just more for decoration than anything. You got tons of cheese in it. But it looks nice, gives a little contrast to it.
Jack, what about something healthy? A little bit of parsley, something green.
The fuck is parsley gonna do? Parsley is mostly there for looks. Like, who the fuck cares, man? Such a stupid fucking argument.
You have the world's supply of cheese in these 2 pans. You cannot possibly think...
I need to, like... Too much cheese. We'll just count this at 1.
Think that is an Jack, I can't take this video anymore. Just show me the enchiladas.
Okay, the first thing you want to do is take your bag of chips and you're going to smash it. Just don't be shy, just smash it all up. And then you're going to pour that in your big bucket.
Alright, we're barely 10 seconds in and there's already no reviving this. I don't think anybody on the planet has ever made enchiladas with tortilla chips. That's gotta be some sort of federal offense.
Doesn't matter if you smash it perfect or not.
Oh, we have another crime one. 2. It's Lazy Man's enchiladas. It's not authentic.
Put all that in. Then the next thing you're going to do is dump your whole jar of salsa. Not the small one, but this medium size. Just dump it all in there. Then you're going to take your enchilada sauce, just pour it in gently. Don't get red sauce everywhere because then you'll have to clean it up. And then the second can, pour it in there gently.
This is just soggy chip soup. Like 85% of the dish is just chips. This is terrible.
Well, August, we're not done yet.
Ground beef that had the sauteed onions and all, and just pour the whole thing. Don't worry about draining it unless you really want to drain it, but the juice kind of comes in handy because you want it to be a little liquidy for when it bakes.
Oh, really? Yeah, I have a feeling that's not going to end up being a problem.
Then it's not going to be all dry. Then you take your big bag of cheese, the whole entire 2 pounds, and you just dump it all in. Don't be shy, it doesn't have to be pretty. All it has to do is taste good and it's going to taste delicious. Trust you me. Okay.
So keep in mind that a 2-pound bag of
Oh boy. Calorie calculations. 1. Ooh.
cheese is nearly 4,000 calories, and we already have 1 entire bag in the dish. Just remember that.
Yeah, August, and you eat like a little square like that.
Okay, now what you're going to do is take your small bag of cheese, and that's going to be your topping. Just dump the whole entire thing out.
Alright, so we got even more cheese now. I guess
Oh no, August, more cheese. I think this counts as another too much cheese.
2 pounds wasn't quite enough. This entire dish is just chips and cheese. You might as well have called it Lazy Man's Nachos, because
Yeah, I feel like Lazy Man's Nachos would have been a good name, but like it is kind of like enchiladas, because enchiladas are the tortillas like submerged in sauce.
this does not even resemble enchiladas.
Okay.
It just looks like a burrito pie.
Delicioso. Does that look awesome or what?
It does look good.
I'm gonna go with the what option.
Like, what's wrong with it? Is this an edible joke? I'll say this is doesn't look good / against personal preference.
Okay, now what we're going to do
This looks fucking delicious.
we're going to just put
Yeah, like this is what you eat. You eat like like a square like this.
a nice, healthy dollop of sour cream on the top.
Yeah, nothing about what is happening here is healthy.
Oh no, August. Not every meal has to be fucking healthy. Isn't healthy. I think he did one earlier in this video, so let's just start at 2.
Delicious. In Spanish, we call this crema. And then you're going to put a few olives on top just to make it look pretty. Actually, if you want to put a few extras, that'll be good. And you're ready to eat.
All right, so let's give this a try. Good. I appreciate you holding the dish. Thank you. Oh wow, a little warm.
Wow, I don't even think they like it. That was the
It looks good. They're just like playing it up for the camera. Like,
fakest reaction I've ever seen, and I mean, I can't really blame them. Can you imagine how soggy everything is?
Want your guests using the bathroom at all? If you put 3 pounds... It's actually really good, though.
6 pounds of chips reduced to nothing but a
That's all I have to say.
crime.
Oh, another crime joke. We're up to 3. We're in 2 videos and we're up to 3.
What do you think?
That's enchiladas. That is real enchiladas.
No.
I feel like you could eat something like this and then your brain could be like, yeah, that's like a cheap enchilada.
No, Jack, it's not. That might just be the furthest thing from enchiladas. Those right there are red sauce nachos. There is nothing enchilada here except the sauce.
Yeah.
Wow, you didn't want that, did you? Did you want that?
You can have it, Jack.
No, it's okay. I'm teasing him.
After a bite, yeah.
No, I got one more bite too. Oh my gosh, it's like we're in school again. Except school food was never this good.
So delicious.
Wow, you know the food's good when the best compliment you can give the chef is that it's better than school food. That's like one step above prison food.
Unfunny joke. It's because they went to school together, and it's like, oh, it's just like school, except the food wasn't this good. Like, it's not. Oh, it's like eating school food, but it's better. It's so fucking dumb.
Do you know what time it is?
Oh, man, are we already at party cheese salad? Man, these are peak fucking YouTube titles, and this always made like finding a specific August video like the worst thing ever. It was like impossible to find it because it's like, oh, did I watch YouTube's worst chef, or the worst chef on YouTube, or the worst YouTube chef of all time, or YouTube's worst chef ever, or the worst YouTube chef ever, the worst YouTube ever the worst cooking ever uploaded to YouTube, the worst attempt at cooking on YouTube. It's like all the same shit, and it's like, yeah, it's clickbaity buzzwords, and then you're gonna complain about being clickbaited.
Time for Aunt Myrna's recipe.
And it looks beautiful. Look at that.
Okay, so this is party cheese salad. This is the one everyone's covered. I'm just gonna skip this. I don't care. There's no defending party cheese salad. If we go, where's his party cheese salad video?
Do you know what time it is? It's time for Aunt Myrna.
It blows my mind that it's so sweet and dessert-like and has all those vegetables in it. And American cheese on top. It is really... I can't explain this to you guys. It's sweet, and it's crunchy, and it's got a custard feel to it on your tongue. It's beautiful.
You can see him gag.
Some to the family. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care. Okay, first thing we're gonna do a medium take 2. All right, I'm gonna chow on this. Give some to the family. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you on the next
Aunt
episode.
Myrna.
Take care.
Yeah, like that's all you need to see.
That's delicious. So let me show you how I make Lazy Man's taco.
The
I mean, yeah, it's like a walking taco.
Jack Show is an award-winning YouTube cooking show that produces only the highest quality recipes. Yeah, every word of that is a lie. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time being exposed to the Cooking with Jack show,
I mean, it just looks like nachos or like a walking taco.
at
Has anyone had walking tacos? Walking tacos, Doritos. Like, this shit fucking slaps. Where you just put all the taco shit in a bag of Doritos or Fritos. This shit's so good. Like, that's basically all I see when I see this recipe.
My favorite Cooking with Jack show series, Lazy Man's Cooking, where Jack takes some of the most unbelievably simple recipes to begin with and tries to dumb them down even further. We're going to be starting off with Lazy Man's Tacos, where Jack literally insults everybody on the planet who has ever made a taco before, and then move on.
I mean, hard shell tacos aren't real tacos. Most American tacos aren't real tacos. They're not authentic. I don't see. Excuse me. I don't see the issue with this and then eating at Taco Bell and calling those tacos. Or like making tacos at home and using fucking taco sauce and shit. Like it just is such a gay fucking argument.
On to Lazy Man's Drinks, which I think is my new favorite YouTube video. Let's begin.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining me on the show. Today we're going to do another Lazy Man's video. Now, as you remember...
As a Mexican, we do not use hard shells for tacos. We use tortillas. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Yeah.
Remember before, we did Lazy Man's lasagna.
Alright, so if you haven't seen my video where I talk about his quote, Lazy Man's Lasagna, I would highly recommend it. Spoiler alert, he doesn't even use lasagna. That's going to be a common theme.
Came out really good. A lot of people loved it. It's delicious. Well, this time we're going to do another Lazy Man recipe. It's called Lazy Man's Taco. Now, the reason why it's called Lazy Man's Taco is because I am the laziest person I know. Two things I hate about tacos. One, when you go to eat a taco, it runs all out the other side.
Yeah, it does.
It runs down your arm. And
Yeah. Yeah, this has happened to me.
Licking it.
Well, Jack, here's a thought. Maybe it would help your taco spillage a little bit if you didn't hold the shell at a 75.
But you're completely ignoring his argument. Even if you hold it at like like a 180, yeah, like a 180 degree angle, like it's completely flat, like it's still gonna do that. Like hard shell tortillas like this just fucking turn into dust.
Degree angle. I mean, you're holding this thing like it's a drink.
This is disgusting. I can't stand it. It's too much work to eat a taco. And two, when you bite a taco, it pretty much just goes everywhere.
Jack, I think your instruction on how to eat a taco. Was given incorrectly. I mean, who taught you to eat like this? I don't think I've ever been eating a taco and have it just completely disintegrate on me like that. I don't.
Have you eaten a hard shell taco before? Like when I get like a taco from Taco Bell, half of eating the taco is picking the shit off of the wrapper after I've eaten it because it's just completely explode. Oh, when I was a fucking kid, holy shit, I hated hard shell tacos because they just fucking break after like one bite.
I don't even know how you did that.
So those are the things I hate about tacos. So let me show you how I...
Like, okay, so far in this video, Jack's talking to me as the viewer. I'm not watching August. In this hypothetical situation, I'm like, wow, Jack, yeah, I relate to this. This makes a lot of sense. What is your solution?
Make Lazy Man's taco. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to brown the ground beef.
Okay.
Put it in the pan, fry it up, and get that all nice and brown, and then bring it back over here. Now, while the meat is browning, we're going to cut up our tomato and onions. Just going to dice them off.
I could be wrong, but I don't even think he took the outer layer of that onion off. Is this some sort of ancient method I don't know about?
I've seen shit on Facebook where it's like, oh, don't cut off the skin, da da da, pop it out like a fucking mango. I don't know.
Just eat the entire onion and no waste.
It's all nice and hot. Little ground beef.
It doesn't look like he has any of the skin there, and he like cut it. I don't know if Jack did or August did, but it looks like he did an okay job.
Beautiful brown. Take the cheese first. You're gonna want to sprinkle that right on, right on top there. Give that a moment, because that's just gonna melt right into the meat, just from the heat alone. Okay. Then you take a little bit of your tomatoes, throw that on top, just like you're making.
Is this all the meat?
Yeah, Jack, you're right. Just like you'd be making a taco. So how is this lazy man's tacos? I would argue this is more work. At best, this is just taco salad. It's a different dish. Just like the soap.
Taco salad has salad in it, right? Because that's like taco salad is like, I'm pretty sure taco shit on top of a salad. Yeah. Like, it's on top of like lettuce. This is just like a walking taco.
Called lasagna. You can't just make an entirely different dish with similar ingredients and call it lazy.
A little bit of sour cream right there. Beautiful. All right, so now you got all your taco stuff together. Now, here's where the chips come in. You're gonna take your chips. You're gonna gracefully just stick them around the perimeter. Beautiful.
Like, if you want to be a dick, you could just call this nachos, which it basically is.
Like this. You gotta be quick because the baseball game's gonna start any minute.
Is this a joke? I mean, Jack sees what he's doing, right? He is essentially just making a taco that crumbled into a bowl. The one thing he vowed to destroy. This is just
He said he would destroy the mess.
a broken taco.
All right, so here you go. That's it.
Plus with this, these are like strips so you can like scoop it and eat it. He just made like fucking nachos. That should be your argument.
Sit down, grab a spoon, grab a fork, eat this, dip the chips in, anything you want to do. It's beautiful. Let's give that a try. It looks simple because it is simple, so let's take a little taste.
It is simple.
If you've ever had this before,
I would have just like grabbed the bag of chips, poured it in a bowl, and then dumped this shit on top and had nachos. Or like a walking taco sort of thing. But like, this is definitely lazy. All you have to do is brown the meat.
total taco.
I mean, this is quite literally just nachos. Right?
There you go, buddy.
Sure, I guess that's kind of like a taco broken down, but it's just not
That's a lot of these like Mexican Tex-Mex food. It's like the same thing, but in a different shape or the different way to eat it.
nachos. I call it like clean man tacos because I don't really think it would be any easier or quicker to make than just normal tacos. The whole lazy man doesn't really fit into this, I don't think. Okay, so for the lazy man's drinks, he shows us how to make 4 different drinks. And for the first 2, I can sorta kinda understand why you'd show these. One of them is like a healthier fruit punch, and the other one is a virgin Bloody Mary. But the last 2 have got to be the most unnecessarily explained things I have ever heard in my life.
This next one is called iced coffee. You've probably seen it at McDonald's, probably seen it at Starbucks. This is real simple to make. You don't have to spend all the money. Get some cold coffee.
I mean, yeah, it's, look, this is how you make iced coffee for the people who may not know, and here's a simple and easy way to do it. I don't see the issue.
Pour it on ice.
I feel like there's a real value to being that like really common denominator, low skill level, introductionary like recipe sort of guy on YouTube, because not everyone knows how to make iced coffee. Not everyone knows how to make simple dishes. So if you're the guy who shows them how to do it in a very understandable and approachable way, I feel like there's a lot of value to that. Notice this is another video that has 2 videos, so it's less August stretching it out. I haven't had to write anything down for this video. So when he does like more than one video in his like 8-10 minute video, it's fine. It's when he stretches the videos out to like 10 plus minutes is when I start having issues. And you have to remember that like the first like minute is intro and the last like 30 seconds is outro. So like In reality, like, this video is like 7 minutes long. It's just really lazy fucking content.
So, if you haven't noticed yet, this is not like Jack's special recipe for iced coffee. Some sort of unique flavor of iced
What's
coffee.
wrong with it?
Jack felt the need to put out a tutorial on how to mix coffee and cream. I feel like if you are capable of navigating to this video, you don't need this explained.
I'm using Splenda. You can use sugar. You can use equal, sweet and low. You can do honey. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Add your sweetener.
I've never had honey with coffee.
Milk. Any type of a cream you want to add to it.
Is coffee with honey good? Honey and coffee is a great way to add sweetness without the need of refined or processed sugar. Yes, it does add to your overall sugar intake, but it's slightly low. Okay, yeah, I kind of want to make coffee and use honey now. Obviously not now because it's 8 o'clock at fucking night, but you know what I mean.
But pour right in. Like you would normally do for your coffee.
Wait, hold on. Now I'm just confused. If he's saying like you normally do, he thinks his audience is people who are drinking coffee normally. So why does he think he needs to explain
To show you how to make iced coffee. Not everyone fucking knows how.
how to do this? I don't think we'll ever be on the same dimensional plane as Jack. He has obviously ascended far beyond our understanding.
That's delicious. Before I get into the last,
Look how simple and easy it is to make iced coffee, and it's like, wow. Why'd you do that, Jack? I don't know, because his fucking shit's called Lazy Man, so it's for lazy people. The show, I don't see any negative to this.
I want to tell you about this picture. My wife picked it up at Walmart for like $8, and I'm like, that is so cool. Nice big glass pitcher. So check that out. And I don't even work for Walmart. Walmart's not paying me or anything, so stop the comments. I can hear them coming already. But this is really cool. It's got a nice design.
I like that picture. It's that like Kool-Aid-esque picture. Like yeah, it's like one of these. My mom had like one of these growing up. These are sick. I think we had like this one. That is a nice picture, Jack. Thank you.
Some of it doesn't.
You know, Jack, I can see why your viewers might think that Walmart is paying you. I mean, that is quite literally the most basic picture I have ever seen. You are describing what every picture does, and you're selling it up like it's some sort of state-of-the-art technology.
Maybe he's just maybe he's just excited about the picture his wife got him. I don't know. I don't really see an issue with him like talking about it.
Big cup.
And I look at it and I'm like, something doesn't look right, right? And I'm looking closely. There's stuff floating in the ice water. And it's crazy, but there are these cucumber slices that I'm doing right now, and they're floating all through the water. And I'm tripping out. I'm like, ew, you gotta be kidding me.
That has got to be the most insulting thing that I think could possibly happen in the world of cooking, is for Jack to find something you made gross.
Well, he's just not used to it. I don't see the issue.
This man has eaten straight up raw chicken before and not even flinched. If he finds your cooking gross, you need to reevaluate your life. Alright, so the rest of the video is just Jack fawning over cucumber water. I think he's getting paid to buy big cucumber or something, because there's no way that a human can love cucumber water as much as Jack seems to. But
I don't know.
just appreciate that Jack felt it was necessary to teach people how to cut up cucumbers and drop it in a pitcher. I mean,
Well, maybe people don't know that cucumber water is literally just adding cucumbers to water. I don't know. I don't really see an issue to this complaint. My only issue is he's cutting those cucumbers really thick, and that's what one of the comments here, yeah, is saying. Because you want more surface area, I feel, so like there's more mitosis between the water and the cucumbers. Is this the Bagel Bite pizza?
dish chefs today to pick up a pan. Is that a saying? Pick up a pan? Probably not, but I'm gonna keep it. And today we are continuing our journey into the greatest cooking.
Okay. So this is literally just like bagel bites. It's like homemade bagel bites. What is fucking wrong with this? It doesn't. I already know. I remember this one. Isn't X because of one silly reason. It's like it doesn't have a dough. It's using an English muffin. All I would change is the English muffin to a bagel. But like I feel like the English muffin can you can put more sauce on it. So I don't. I kind of just want to make this.
Ever, the Lazy Man recipes. And today I think we have reached the pinnacle of lazy cooking. Lazy Man's pizza and garlic bread. Now quick spoiler alert, nothing he makes in this video resembles anything he mentioned in the title. But I think that's kind of expected now. Let's begin.
Another lazy man's recipe. Well, are you ready? Another lazy man's recipe. This one we're going to start off with. We're going to do two of them on the show. The first one we're going to do is lazy man's pizza. People have been asking, well, let's see you make pizza, because I ripped on the pizza places. Pizza Hut and Papa John's and Costco just had like the nastiest pizza.
You know, this should probably go down as the most unaware statement ever made by a human being. I mean, after you see what he's going to...
I don't know. Like a lot of fast food pizza's kind of shit. I think Domino's and Pizza Hut are kind of shit. The only like fast food pizza I like is Toppers, because everything's like homemade and it's like good. But like Pizza Hut has frozen dough. Domino's is like not very good. And they put too much fucking garlic oil on everything. It's so greasy. Papa John's is okay. Papa Murphy's is good, but you have to bake that at home.
to try and pass off his pizza, he should honestly go to prison for attacking anybody else's attempted...
Okay, let's see here. That's number 4. We're on video, what, 5? That is not a good... So, because we skipped Aunt Myrna, so we're 4 for 4.
So I'm going to show you how to do it quickly and easy. All right, see, here's all you need. This is easy.
I would just change these for bagels. I'd change these for bagels and maybe scoop out a little bit of the bagel to make a little bit of the ravine for the sauce, and then put the cheese on top, and then the little pepperonis. And I feel like that would be delicious. But, like, I don't see the issue with this.
English muffins.
I mean, if you are following a pizza recipe and the first ingredient is English muffins, there should be a giant alarm
It's Lazy Man.
bell going off in your head. People who have never had an English muffin, it is about the least desirable texture for the crust of a pizza.
I don't know. Like, an English muffin's pretty good. It's kind of like chewy. Like, if you... Maybe... No, because you have to put it in the oven. I would say maybe if you toasted it and then, like, did all this, but, like, it goes in the oven, so it's going to get toasty. You don't want to burn it.
Mozzarella cheese. You can use different cheese, you know, if you want the Mexican blend, whatever. Here's the sauce that I got ripped off on. And these new little, check this out. My wife found these at Costco. They're like little mini pepperonis.
Yeah, Jack, I'm sorry, but I'm like 95% certain those are just dog treats.
What the fuck is that comment? They're mini pepperonis. I feel like they work perfectly for this recipe.
Think your wife is trying to poison you.
They're Hormel pepperoni minis. What the fuck is that joke?
You're gonna lay out the all the English muffins, and just simply start putting a big glop on each one.
That might be too much sauce.
Okay, we add the cheese, put a little pinch on each one.
I guess if you want it like really saucy.
That's what I love about doing this here. I have no idea how these pepperonis are gonna work out, so we're just gonna kind of toss them around there.
What does that mean, Jack? You don't know how the pepperonis are going to work out? Are you expecting them to go rogue?
Well, I would assume he doesn't know if they're going to be like chewy still, if they're going to be nice and a good texture, if they're going to taste good, because he hasn't really had them before. I don't know what the fuck you want from me, August.
Anybody actually like pepperoni? I feel like
Pepperoni's good. What the fuck is this?
that's some sort of myth perpetuated by like big pepperoni.
As someone who's worked at 3 different pizza places, people like pepperoni.
Y'all get paid for that, right? No way you're actually just enjoying a pepperoni pizza, right?
There we go. So here's the finished product. We're gonna pop this in under the broiler in the oven. And once again, there's no specific time length. Depends on how much cheese, how much stuff you put on there. You're going to watch the cheese. When it's all completely melted, then you're gonna pull it out. This is kind of important. Depends on how hungry you are. I'm gonna put my pizza about halfway in. You can go on the top shelf, but it's closer to the flame. You're gonna have to be right on top of your pizza, watching it carefully.
Wait a second, I just realized nothing is cooking here. All of these are pre-prepared products. He's treating
You're broiling it, so you melt the cheese and you like get the pepperonis toasty. You toast the fucking English muffins. I guess if you're broiling it, he could have toasted them and then put the stuff and then just had the shit melt on top. That's another thing I would change, but like I don't see the issue with this.
this like some sort of NASA experiment. You don't have to be on top of your pizza, just let them warm up. You'd have to try to mess this up.
Well, if you put it right on the broiler, that shit's gonna fucking light on fire.
Could burn. So I like to take my time, go to the middle rack, stay further from the broiler flame, which is up above, and that will give me more control.
Funny story, my old roommate didn't realize the broiler was on top, and he left a pan in on the top thing that had fucking like cornbread or something. I forget what it was in it. And it lit on fire, and it was in my fucking pan that my other roommate used to make something. So I lost my fucking pan.
Control over the pizza so I don't burn it. Okay, it's been about, I would say, 12 minutes.
Those look good.
Look here. Oh, look at those babies. Look how beautiful. Mmm. Now, for those of you who don't know when it's done, you see how there's little touches of brown? Let me just dip this up a little bit here. See the cheese browned a little bit there, browned a little bit there.
My God, what audience is Jack shooting for? I mean, he's treating this like the people watching it are 4 years old. Alright, so if you've never assembled a Lunchable pizza before, this is how you do it. You see the cheese? When it starts to cook, that means it's cooked. The more you know.
And this one here, same thing. A little browning, just lightly. The cheese is melted. The pepperoni sizzling. It's absolutely delicious. This is the one I want to taste. Right there, that one. The one you saw on camera. Now, some of you have said, Jack, please stop eating on camera because it's killing us. We're starving. It looks great.
Jack, my boy, I feel like I'm watching Shutter Island here. You gotta snap back into reality. Nobody on the planet has ever said those words to you. This is a
I don't know, these look really fucking good.
pizza. Nobody wants it.
I want it. So there you go. Criticism. Like most, I get it. Not a lot of this is criticism. It's like jokes and shit. But when you have fucking 34 videos of this shit, I don't know.
So I'm just going to take a bite and let you know how it tastes. I'm not going to rub it in at all.
I kind of think this is a funny joke.
Yeah, you know, I probably could have gone my entire life without seeing that, and I likely would have been just fine. And you know, the same probably goes for you, but we suffer together on this channel.
Wow. That was good. Here, you want to bite it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that to you. That was so cold. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I can't either. I honestly feel like I have a lawsuit on my hands. You're lucky I like you, Jack.
So now let's get in close again. And
I feel like that's another crime joke.
show you how to do the Lazy Man's garlic bread. And by the way, if anybody knows the difference between Italian bread and French bread, you know what? It all smells good to me. Could you write me or Twitter me and let me know?
Difference between French and Italian bread. Longer, narrower, soft and plumper. Okay. That's the difference. Yeah, they look similar. Baguettes are good.
What the difference is, they always look the same to me.
Jack. That's racist.
So it doesn't matter. They're kind of interchangeable. But there might be a difference that I don't know about. So let me know. So here's what you got. You got your bread. You've got your bread knife. Yes, that's right. I have the correct knife. And then we have oregano seasoning. And then we have minced garlic. You can also use minced powder, chopped garlic, fresh garlic, any kind of garlic you want. But I'm just going to go with the minced today.
Okay, so I've never made garlic bread, but I mean, I feel like it's a pretty simple recipe. Is this not just normal garlic bread?
I don't know. But, like, he's using Country Crock. Garlic bread recipe. Yeah, butter, garlic, parsley, sea salt, Parmesan cheese or mozzarella, parsley. Yeah, like, I don't. He's using Country Crock and then, like, minced garlic and oregano. I feel like this is as easy as it gets. It's not a super complicated recipe, but, like, it's still easier than it was.
I mean, I can't really see the lazy aspect of this.
And of course, butter. Real simple. This can be done literally in minutes. All right, so I'm going to cut this bread, and I'm going to try not to. I don't have the best knife skills, by the way, as you guys have already commented. So I'm going to cut down the middle first. I think
Good.
you can do it long ways. You can cut your.
Good. Cut it down the middle and then use the flat side.
Yeah, you can cut them this way if you want, straight across, and have small pieces, or you can cut long way.
There's no way anybody does this, right? Just forcing your guest and your family to eat a fourth of a loaf of garlic bread if you want to.
I mean, it's not like you can cut the bread after it cooks. No.
Piece. I mean, I guess it is a lazy man's garlic bread, and cutting it short ways would take like an extra 20 seconds, so I guess he's sticking to the theme.
And then, here we go. You can have big giant pieces. Depends on if it's just you and your girlfriend or wife, or a big family. If it's a big family, cut the small pieces. Okay, so you're gonna do heavy dose of butter. You're thinking, wow, that's a lot of butter. Yeah, it is, but you have a thick piece of garlic bread.
Yes, Jack, you have that assessment correct. That is a big piece of bread, but that is about 4 pieces of bread worth of butter. I mean, the only thing lazy about this so far is the effect it's going to have on you. That amount of butter in one sitting is going to shut down your body.
You gently sprinkle on top your bits of garlic. So easy. And now this one, you got to be a little more careful. So I just tap my finger on it until it starts to come out. Give it a tap. You don't want too much of this. This is just more. Honestly, it gives a little bit of flavor.
You don't want too much of this, he says, as he puts more oregano than there is garlic on the bread.
1 second. This Schrode. That's how you spell Schrodinger. Sorry, I was doing a text. I'm such a bad streamer.
Put these on the cookie sheet. We're going to slam them in the oven, and when we bring them back, they're going to be absolutely beautiful, golden brown, and we'll try that. All right, now this is kind of how I like it.
That looks
The
good.
edge gets really dark. The inside gets some browning going on there. It's really hot. You got to be careful. Now what I did, I put it in there, and I must have looked at it like 10 times. Okay, you got to constantly. There's a fine line between this and completely burnt.
Now, Jack, you do know that that line between burnt and good is a lot easier to avoid if, you just time how long you cook things instead of just watching everything you make in the oven. I mean, is there anything consistent in this kitchen? I don't even think he's told us
Well, this is mentally draining. We'll do more of this another time, but an hour and a half of August's videos on Jack It's just mind numbing. I'll probably stream again later, and we'll do more Jack